But their two biggest concerns, first off, me being 47.
Trent Johnston had always been the rock of his family. As the father of 5, he balanced work, home renovations, and family life with an unwavering sense of humor. But lately, something had been bothering him. His vision. It started subtly. Streetlights at night appeared fuzzier than usual. Reading texts on his phone required more squinting. At first, he brushed it off. Just getting older, he told Amber. Maybe I need some stronger reading glasses. But when he almost missed the curb while walking into the family furniture store, Amber put her foot down. You're getting an eye exam, Trent. No excuses. Trent sighed, rolling his eyes. Fine. But I bet you $10 it's nothing serious. Amber arched an eyebrow. We'll see. 2 days later, he sat in the ophthalmologist's office, tapping his fingers on the chair's armrest as he waited for the doctor. The room smelled of sterile alcohol wipes and plastic frames. The door finally creaked open, and Dr. Matthews walked in, holding Trent's test results. Mr. Johnston, he said, his tone carefully neutral. We need to talk. A diagnosis that shakes him. Trent sat up straighter, a knot tightening in his stomach. He had expected to hear something minor, maybe a prescription change or dry eye syndrome. But the look on Dr. Matthews' face made it clear. This was bigger. You have keratoconus, the doctor said. It's a progressive eye condition that affects the cornea, thinning it over time and distorting vision. Trent blinked. Keratohat. Keratoconus. It's not uncommon, but it does require treatment. Left unchecked, it could significantly impair your eyesight. For a moment, Trent sat in stunned silence. He had faced a lot in life: back surgeries, stress, raising kids, a busy career, but losing his sight? That was terrifying. How bad is it? He finally asked, his voice quieter than usual. Right now, it's in the early stages, but it's progressing. We need to act fast. Breaking the news to the family. On the drive home, Trent tried to shake off the anxiety clawing at his chest. He had always been the strong one, the fixer, the problem solver. But how could he fix this? Amber was waiting for him in the living room, her expression immediately turning to concern when she saw his face. Trent, what is it? He exhaled. It's my eyes. I have something called keratoconus. Amber's hands went to her mouth. Oh my gosh. What does that mean? It means my vision could get a lot worse if we don't treat it. He sat down, rubbing his forehead. It's serious, Amber. The kids had started gathering around, sensing something was wrong. Anna, Jonah, Elizabeth, Alex, and Emma all exchanged worried glances. Dad, are you gonna be okay? Emma asked, her voice small. Trent forced a smile. Of course, sweetheart. I just have to fight this head-on. The battle plan. Dr. Matthews had given him 2 options: specialty contact lenses that could help slow the progression or a more aggressive treatment. Corneal cross-linking. Cross-linking is a procedure that strengthens the cornea, the doctor had explained. It won't restore vision, but it will stop the condition from getting worse. Trent knew there was only one real choice. Let's do the procedure. Amber squeezed his hand. We'll get through this together. The procedure and the pain. A week later, Trent lay in the surgical chair, his eyes numbed by drops. The doctor explained each step, but all Trent could focus on was keeping still. As the ultraviolet light was applied to his eyes, he felt an odd sensation. Not pain, but pressure. The real discomfort came later. 4 days after, his eyes burned, light hurt, and even opening them felt like dragging sandpaper across his corneas. Never thought I'd say this, he groaned to Amber, but I miss my bad vision. She chuckled, brushing his hair back. You'll get through this, Trent. The healing process was slow, and there were days Trent felt frustrated. He couldn't drive for weeks. Screens hurt his eyes. Simple tasks like measuring furniture at work became difficult. But he refused to let it stop him. You're stubborn, Jonah said one evening, watching his dad squint at paperwork. Stubborn keeps me going, Trent shot back with a grin. With time, his vision stabilized. He wasn't cured, but he had won the battle. Life throws curveballs, he told his family one night at dinner. You just gotta swing back harder. Amber smiled, reaching for his hand. And we'll always be right here swinging with you. For the first time in weeks, Trent felt peace. He wasn't just ready to fight, he had already won.